Hey Celine, this is the video I wanted to get over to you today that goes over improving social presence for Allen's Tree Service. So I took a look and did a search on tree services, and obviously the company comes up, and it's great. It's listed here. There's a number of really good reviews. There's some images as well, so it's definitely a good start. Where I think maybe there are some options for you are, first of all, in terms of a website, I think might be really beneficial for you just to kind of get you, you're listed on here when someone does a search, but having a website might get you further up the list and help you to, get recognized quicker than people having to scroll down to find the business. So um, let me just show you one of the really good sites. And this is the kind of the same way that I would build a site and have in the past. So this is a company you probably heard of, Beyond the Leaf Tree Service. They do a really nice job of laying this out. There are a number of spots where folks can call in. I guess they're based in PA and New Jersey. Just clicking on the link can call people. There's also buttons here. If you click free estimate, you submit your contact information, which is nice. And then it talks about the business, multiple spots to submit contact information as well. Talks about the services, things of that nature, really good. Images, certifications are listed as well. And I'm sure they have reviews. Yeah, they have reviews at the bottom also. So, you can utilize a lot of the reviews that you have already. We could list them or we could add new ones. So this is typical of how you would lay out a website for a tree service company. They have about us, they have the services. So, they go into tree service. I don't know if you do all these same services, but you probably do a lot of them. So, tree removal is going to talk about tree removal. And then again, they're really taking advantage of these contact forms where folks can submit their information and it gets emailed to you and saved. So you don't have to get back to them right away. You're not going to lose it. So that's one area. I think a website could be really beneficial, just a basic website. Don't have to go too crazy. The other area is, I know you have a Facebook page. In terms of Facebook advertising, some folks in New Jersey, tree service folks, do advertise. And if you ever wanted to go that route, there are some free tools. You can actually do this yourself. It's called the Facebook Ads Library, where you go in and you can see ads that are running. I kind of let this show for really throughout the country, but just wanted to give you an example or an idea as to what kind of ads are out there. But when you go in and you do a search, you can see some of the ads. So, and you can also see how long they're running. So these have been running since July 8th. So they're probably doing a pretty good job. They're probably getting a lot of folks to call in. And yeah, you can see, like, this one is actually pretty good. This is how I have written them before. You're basically getting someone's attention. You're reaching out to folks, with this first line here, and then they talk about what they do. Then they have some good imagery here, and then they have a call to action at the bottom, get a quote, always a call to action. So that's good. That's a free tool, Facebook Ads Library. And once you're setting up your ads, you can use the Facebook Ads Manager. And again, that's a free tool. And, if you wanted to do it yourself, you absolutely can. But you go in here, and this is kind of how you set up your audience, like how you're going to target these particular ads. So this one here, you can see there are some levers in here where we input, the counties in New Jersey that we're targeting. So I'm just saying, just for example, Sussex County, that should actually not be Delaware. That should be Sussex County in New Jersey. But if I took that off and then I typed in Sussex County, New Jersey, right? I put that in, and There are other areas that you can kind of play with. There's the age demographic. So we're trying to target homeowners. So typically, 30 and above, you may actually want to go lower. So for argument's sake, say people 27 and above, right? We can do that. You can say all genders, of course. And then you also have your special interest targeting. So you can have people that are interested in home repair or they recently moved. You can also target new areas. So like, for example, we can type in home improvement is a good one. Okay. Home and garden. So that one's a little bit different. And that will change the amount of people that you are targeting. So you saw there the estimated audience size change when I added that in. We're trying to target around 500,000 people with Facebook advertising. That's the ideal size based on a typical $1,000 a month budget. You can have a little more, you can have a little less, but that's kind of a good guideline. So that's Facebook, the ads library and the ads manager, 2 free tools that you can use. And then the last thing I want to show you, I'm sure you're aware of it, is Google advertising. So if you go into Google, right, and you type, say someone is looking for tree removal, they type that in, they're going to get lists of advertisements, or like wherever it says sponsored, that means it's an advertisement. And this one came up, and it's actually really good. It's a Google ad, and if you click on it, it pulls up a really abbreviated website. It's called a landing page, and it just talks about, very briefly what the company does. Of course, it has the information for you to type in your name, what you're looking for, what type of services. It even has like some automated texting functionality too, which is nice. So yeah, this is great. And again, it has images, talks about what they do, and then you really definitely want to put some reviews, 5-star reviews on this page as well. So that is the Google ad. So those are the areas that I would suggest for you. And let me get this over to you. And if you have any questions, let me know. And I hope to talk to you soon, Celine. Okay, take care. Bye.